What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Talk Punch after show, where
Woo.
we just got done talking about the top 10 movies we have not seen, which was a fun episode. If you haven't seen that yet,
Yeah.
go watch it. Watch it.
Go
It's
watch
a
it right
fun
now.
one. You might be surprised. You'll probably be disappointed. There was some big revelations in that one.
Yeah.
Some
I think disappointing is always the feeling you want people to walk away with whenever they watch a video of yours. So it's leave them disappointed, as the saying goes.
yeah, I know. Here we are doing for the most part, kind of a movie podcast, movie videos, and there was some big movies in there.
Yeah.
I
We
think
kind of
I
blew it
think
on a few of those.
honestly, if we're talking honestly, I think my list was probably more disappointing. You had a couple that I was surprised by, but ultimately mine was worse.
Well, we'll see. We'll let the people decide. We'll see
All
what they
right,
say. But
all right,
yeah, probably we both have plenty of reasons to feel shame.
all right. How you been, Charlie?
Oh man, pretty good. Pretty good.
What have you been up to?
Well, we let's see. Last we were here talking after last after party was all about the bidet,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
birthday. But it's outside of being extra fresh and clean. Not a lot of new things to report. We did subscribe to HBO Max recently,
You
so
enjoying
I've been
that?
kind of going through. Yeah, it's look, they got, if you're a parent out there of a young child in the age of 0 to 2, or even
Oh,
3, 4,
zero.
5, 6,
Okay.
up to 10. I don't know. There's a
I
they
have
have
many of
something called
those.
Classical Baby, which we loved. We have the DVDs of that.
Okay.
It's classical music, really well done, nice animation. Kids love it. It's a nice one to have on in the background. It's,
What's the
nice music,
animation?
nice
What is it?
visuals.
Are they
Well, you
like
should watch it,
nature?
bro. I can't. What you want me to describe, like frame for frame?
Well, I don't have
They do different
HBO
things.
Max. Is it like
You can
nature?
YouTube. Go search. No. It's not. It's like it's all specifically related to like what's happening. It's like in the art show, which is a half hour of like they have famous paintings and works of art, and they kind of
Okay.
come to life, and like little animations happen with them and things like that. And
Do they have like
it
the
look, there
screen
is
coming
no
to life?
way. There's no way that I could describe them to you right now that would justify how, like, that would come even close to like explaining it in a way. Like, just check it out sometime on if you're a parent of young, like, it's a lot of fun. All three of my kids have at one point in time been very transfixed by the Classical Baby. That's the music and the
Interesting.
visuals. They're very nice. So
Interesting.
it's a winner. I've been catching up on a few like just movies that I missed. We just watched Birds of Prey, which I did not
The
see
the
because
Harley Quinn. The what was it called? It was called Birds of Prey, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
yeah,
Right?
look at
Did I get it?
you. Look at you. You got it.
Such a
Don't
bad
pretend like you didn't
title.
just read that off of like IMDb over there or something.
No, I
Come
don't
on.
have it up there. That was all from memory. I'm
Oh, all right.
that was a bad title. It was so bad that they changed it in theaters a week after it had been in theaters.
Yeah.
What'd you
It
think of
wasn't
the
the.
movie though?
Uh, it was fine,
Okay,
and I look. All right, let's get into this a little bit. All right, I didn't know
sure.
how much we want to talk about this. So when I watch a movie for the first time, I want to be aware of several factors as a professional reviewer of films. Uh, like what are my expectations going in,
Uh-huh.
and how does the movie like meet, exceed, or fall short of those expectations, and how does that relate to whether it's like ultimately a flaw in the movie or just a flaw in my expectations. And that's not it's not like I'm coming up with this formula off the top of my head here. I'm kind of talking out my butt, but this is but it's clean because of the bidet. So I didn't have a lot of expectations for this movie because I hadn't really seen a lot of like trailers for it. It wasn't like on my list of like must sees. But we'd talked about it like a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, okay, it's a new one. I'll check it out. It was fine. I think that it is exactly what it says that it will be.
Okay.
I don't think it pretends to be anything other than what it is, which is kind of like it's a little bit chaotic. It's a little bit, it's bright and colorful. It's kind of nonstop action with not a lot of like depth.
Okay.
And I think that Ewan McGregor was bad. I
Was
did
he
not.
really?
I think it was really bad in that, and that
Oh
hurts me to
man.
say that because I do love him,
Yeah.
and I just
He was
I
like
did
the
not
only
care for
reason
him
that
at
I
all.
had any interest in watching that movie.
I think you might like it. It reminds me a little bit. And I'm gonna keep comparing because you like shoot 'em up. I'm
I
gonna
do. I
keep
love
comparing
shoot 'em
movies to
up.
that.
I love shoot 'em up.
Where there's if you want to watch Birds of Prey and you're hoping that there's going to be like a really interesting plot or a deep dive into the character of Harley Quinn or some like justifications of like her motivations and some things that really pull on the heartstring, like in some, like when I'm watching it, some of it sometimes it kind of felt like they were trying to do like a little bit of Deadpool stuff with like the
Okay.
narration and things. One of the things I did like about Deadpool, and not just the Ryan Reynolds movie, but like the actual comic character, is like it's funny and sarcastic and violent and also like really like sad. Like there's like anchors into like to like heart, if that
Okay.
makes sense. Like
Sure.
there's like a love story in the movie, like and in the comic you just get cancer. Anyway, there's just things that are a little bit, there's more depth, like more layers behind like the craziness and the violence and the and all the other things that are happening, all the jokes and stuff. It's more anchored in like a place of storytelling and heart.
Okay.
Whereas like this one, I don't think pretends to do that at all. It just says, here's the character, she's kind of crazy, and the movie's kind of, it just feels that way. It's explosions and popping and big kicks and kicking ass and all that stuff. That's fine. So it reminded me more of Shoot 'em Up, that style of film where it's just kind of like, it doesn't matter why he's holding a baby. He's holding a baby and he's shooting people. And
Yeah.
it's if you're sitting there pick it apart, I could sit here and I could tear it to shreds with, well, it didn't do this and it didn't do that, and but it's not trying to do those things. So like, why would I hold it to like some weird standard? Margot Robbie's great. Like I think she does a great job with that character in general. Um, if you didn't like, if you don't like her in that character, then obviously
Okay.
you're not going to like the movie. Like if you saw Suicide Squad and you thought the movie was bad, but you kind of thought she was fine in the character, then yeah, you'll like her in this. If you saw
And
Suicide
that's
Squad
kind
and
of
you're
where
like,
I was.
she's dumb, then you're not like, can we just, Min, I'm speaking to you, Min. Are you okay? Min, are you okay? Because it does seem like, I read through a lot of the IMDb reviews on the film just to get a
Okay.
sense of like what other people were saying about it after I watched it. There's a lot of reviews out there of like just men going like, there's no way a girl could beat up a guy like that with like she's kicking with her legs and knocking guys out, and that's not realistic, and just like, just stop it.
Gotcha.
Just stop it. Every we watch movies all the time where like fight sequences can last anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes with guys getting punched in the face and hit over the head with bats, and then they pop up and they're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So like Batman walks in, he's like one punch, and like then the guy's unconscious for like the rest of like the scene. And look, it's all just a sheer matter of convenience. And look, I love that she's a strong female character. Could she be someone with a little bit more depth to her character? Sure. I thought they would give a little bit more backstory, give her a little bit more of like, a little bit more of information about, why she's crazy. And does she bounce in and out of being like crazy and then being like surprisingly lucid and sane? Sure. So does the story like make like perfect sense in a little bit? No, of course not. Do they have too many like, song drops with like action sequences? Sure. Is like the whole plot like a little bit contrived with like some like, it's like, oh, every now and it's just the convenient. There's a lot of convenience in the
Okay.
film, and the last sequence of how they defeat the bad guy is just kind of a dud. But the
Gotcha.
movie's fun. Like, just don't if you watch it, don't overthink it. I don't know why this turned into like a Birds of Prey review episode, but if you watch it, just don't overthink it. Just watch it, enjoy it. It's just, she's kicking ass and that's fun. Just enjoy the brightness and the colorful of it. If I had to like give it a rating, I like, for me on a personal level, probably be like a 6. But
Okay.
I can understand why people would rate it higher than that for themselves. I like a little bit more heart in my film, but it wasn't bad. It was fine.
Do you think you liked it better because of how bad Suicide Squad was? Or do you think Suicide Squad, you don't even like factor that in?
I think that maybe, if anything, I liked it less because of Suicide
Oh,
Squad.
okay.
Maybe that's the wrong way to think of it, but it just like that left such a bad taste in my mouth that maybe like if this was the first time I was seeing her in this character, I would be more excited about it,
Okay.
and just kind of like a little bit more of like that fresh palate.
Yeah.
I, Kind of like if you've never had pizza before and your first slice of pizza ever is this delicious pizza, it's like, oh, that's great. Or but if your first experience with pizza is like, it's kind of man, and the second time someone puts a slice of pizza in front of you, you're like less inclined to think this will be delicious. Even if it is, it's like that first few bites are going to be like a little bit like, and that's kind of how it was for me. This movie is kind of like I kind
Okay.
of went in and I'm kind of like, like I'm probably not gonna like this. And so it was. I think maybe if I'd never seen Suicide Squad, it could have just been like a fresh, clean palette, and the movie could have just stood alone a little bit
That
more.
makes sense.
Not the great. It's not the great. It's not the greatest script. I think you would enjoy it. It's got a lot of the action sequences, a lot of really good like action sequences. The choreography I think is really well done. But I was really disappointed with the Ewan McGregor character. Really dumb. Uh,
Yeah, I was interested in
disappointed.
seeing it. I mean, not enough to go see it in theaters, but it was one that I
Sure.
was like, when that comes out streaming at some point, that's something I wouldn't mind watching. And I was looking forward to Ewan McGregor because I really like Ewan McGregor, and I didn't mind Margot Robbie, her take on Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I hated the movie Suicide Squad,
Sure.
but I was like,
Sometimes it's hard
okay,
to separate those. Yeah. It's like
yeah. Um, I thought she was a good Harley Quinn, I guess,
yeah.
for what she had
She's a
to work
talented
with.
actress.
Like,
Yeah. It doesn't matter how good you are if the script is garbage. It's going to be a garbage movie. No offense.
I'm glad that she's Harley Quinn in the new James Gunn Suicide Squad
Yeah.
movie, and,
I, I
I'm
am.
looking forward to seeing her continue to play
Yeah.
the character with better direction and better scripts and stuff like that. So,
I'm more. I will say I'm more excited for that movie now,
okay,
having watched Birds of Prey, than I was pre Birds of Prey,
gotcha.
for whatever that's worth.
Okay,
But yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think
yeah.
I think that'll be a
Watch it.
fun one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, yeah,
But we watched Shazam with the kids hadn't seen Shazam yet, so I showed the
okay,
kids Shazam.
I like Shazam.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
DC movies. For more information, for more of our thoughts on DC movies, go watch the
Yeah.
DC and Marvel conversation that we had.
Links below.
God, stop saying that. I gotta go add links to all this stuff because you keep saying that.
If there aren't links, leave messages complaining to Brody about how there aren't any links.
I don't even know how to add links. I gotta.
You know what?
I need to learn this now. This is now a new
Well,
skill I have to learn is how to add links into a video.
just put pictures of like Link from Zelda just down below, and just put links below.
Man, speaking of
Job
Zelda, segue.
Yeah, there's progress.
Yeah, a lot of progress. And we're still going. I'm still playing a lot. The kids ask me every day, Dad, can you go play Zelda? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, we'll play Zelda. And then other times I'm like, I went downstairs for lunch today, and the kids who are on fall break are like, Dad, can you play Zelda? And I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of my work day. Like, no, I can't play
So
Zelda.
yes, I can. Oh,
But no, it is getting better. I've had to do like some grinding, just playing a lot of snow bowling just to get money. I did buy a house. That was fun.
settle down. That's
Yeah,
nice.
just trying to go through shrines. I've just been through some shrines. I think I'm getting a bit better at the combat. It is getting better. I think when we talked last about it, my frustration levels were like, I don't understand this game, and it feels so different from other Zelda games, and my weapons keep breaking, and like I can't get through one like goblin guy without breaking a sword, and I never have a shield because they're always breaking. And now that I'm getting better stuff, that is happening less, and I'm getting more powerful swords. I'm getting more powerful
There you
stuff.
go. There you
I
go.
did-
See,
I did.
persevere, patience.
So there's the amiibos. Do you know the amiibos?
Mhm.
So I found on Amazon, somebody figured out how to get the RFID or whatever, just put them into like cards. And so for $15, you can just buy like this stack of like 24 cards that are just all of the amiibos. And so I
Huh.
can just sit there and just scan the amiibos and just like get all these treasures. And I got a bunch of um, armor and a whole bunch of food. And so that's been helpful.
Nice.
And then also defeating the divine beasts has been helpful too, and getting kind of the powers. I've defeated 2 of them, so I'm halfway through on the divine beast. I'm still pretty scared of the ancient guys that walk around and zap you.
Yeah. Those are the worst.
Because they just, even if I'm on my horse, like, and I try to run away, they can just zap you from miles away, it feels. So, but it is getting better. I think I'm less at the point of frustration where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to finish this game because it's too hard. So
Aww.
I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it.
Good.
We'll keep going. Keep going. Just
stick with it.
Keep getting shrines.
Stick with it.
You know, man.
Finish the grind, bro. Finish the grind.
Yeah, the grind. You know, I figured out like the secret for like bowling a strike every time. So I've got a lot of rupees and we're good now. But that's
so good.
That's been like all the video games I've been playing, because every time I sit down to play a video game, the kids are like, "Can you play Zelda? Dad, can you play Zelda?" And I'm like, "Well, I was thinking about this other game," and they're like, "No, we don't want to watch that. We want to watch you play Zelda." And I'm like, "All right."
Aww. So
it's been good, but
it's good.
I haven't watched any movies lately. I don't know. It's all the free time has been in Zelda. I did finish. I don't know if we talked about this already. I did finish Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix.
We watched one of those, and Amy put it on, and I was like, I feel like this is gonna be very unsatisfying when it finishes. And then sure enough, they're like, "Oh, look at all this mystery," and well, we don't know what happened, and there it is. So it was kind of
pretty much.
So we stopped after one. It's like, yeah, that's very unsatisfying. What do we?
But it's unsolved. Don't you?
Yeah.
What if they get an update?
Well, then we'll watch like Solved Mysteries. That's a show I'll watch. Unsolved for a long time, but now solved mysteries. All right, I'm in. But
see, I'm sure that part of the nostalgia has got me with Unsolved Mysteries. I'm sure if this was like a brand new show that I had never watched before, I probably wouldn't like it as much. But for some reason, I've got that nostalgia because I loved Unsolved Mysteries. You know, you would watch Unsolved Mysteries and like America's Most Wanted, like back in the day on TV. And, I was like 9 years old and I loved watching those. I don't know why. Why was I watching those shows? I don't know. But I loved them.
Nope. Shouldn't have been watching those at 9. That's
I loved them. Loved them. So now I'm like, oh, Unsolved Mysteries. Yes.
You're a strange man, Brodo.
I know.
People I like it. I'm here for it.
Thanks.
So we've been all in on the Minecraft. Like that's where we've been playing 4-player family Minecraft.
Have you played the VR? The VR.
Yeah, we
Minecraft?
tried the VR.
How is that? I need to try it. My kids keep telling me to play Zelda, so I haven't been able to try it yet.
It's good. Yeah, it's fun. It's it can be a little dizzying.
Can it?
It does. You still have to use the DualShock.
Okay.
Like
they don't use the motion controllers yet.
So if you're it's one of the you're kind of moving your character around. So it does take some getting used to. And
okay,
I think maybe it's a little bit more. It's not as like clean a VR experience as like games that are like specifically designed to be done in VR. It doesn't give you quite that like, but it's still really neat. Like you put on the headset and you're looking all around the Minecraft universe, and you can do stuff. It's I don't think I could do it for longer than 10 minutes. So it's starting to feel a little queasy, So
yeah.
It's like it's just more like, oh, that's neat. And then okay, now I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna play.
Gotcha.
So,
I was playing Minecraft with my kids, and so I built a replica of my house in Minecraft.
Nice.
So now I want to go into my house in VR in Minecraft while in my house in real life.
Oof. All right. Some inception going on there.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Are you gonna use my room as your decor or your room? Which one are you planning to?
I
Get a couple of
haven't gotten that far.
posters in?
The upstairs is pretty unfinished. Turns out it's kind of hard to build your own house in Minecraft. Maybe I'm just not that good at it, but yeah.
Aw.
The
That could be
downstairs
it.
though, hey, I feel good about the downstairs.
So my Amy is a little bit scared in Minecraft, like more so than anyone should ever be. So like if it's nighttime and she's like in a mine or something and she gets really like on edge, and she had the dog on her lap. She's playing last night, she's playing, and then a skeleton just fires like a bow, and so you hear this like and it like hits her, and she goes, "Ah!" And the dog just like flings in the air and is like, "Ah!" And just like leaps across, terrified the dog. She's like, her heart's like beating through her chest from like the it was pretty good.
Is that what survival mode is?
Survival mode, you have like a okay, so survival mode, you have like a health bar, and you have food that you have to eat and to sustain your life, and that you fight bad guys and they can hurt you, and so
I've only played creative mode.
Oh, bro,
all I want to do is build my house. I just want to build my house.
But building it in survival means more.
Why?
Because you have to earn it, bro. If I want diamonds, I gotta go to work in the mines.
Can you only get diamonds in survival mode?
No, you can get diamonds in creative mode all you want. You have unlimited diamonds.
Then why would I go into survival mode to get diamonds if I could just go into creative mode to get diamonds?
It's like saying why play Ninja Turtles normal when I can just have like a unlimited lives and just use this cheat so that I never die.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm standing by that analogy. Like a game genie.
I loved the game genie.
Yeah, you did. You cheater. I never had a game genie.
Loved it.
I played true. Huh. No, creative's fun. Creative's fun. If you're just in it to like design stuff, I think it's a really fun mode. There's a lot of free educational Minecraft packs.
Is it really?
If you're playing with the kids, you check them out. Like they have like space ones. They have like a cool dinosaur one. A lot of interesting ones. They're all just like downloadable worlds. Some of them are like logic puzzles. So you have to like do things with like the packs. There's like parkour ones where you're like racing against another player. And they have ones that are like more like trying to teach you stuff about the game or trying to just teach you some science stuff. So it's kind of fun.
Do you get those from the PlayStation Store?
Yeah. So and they're all just there's like 25 of them. They're free.
No kidding.
So
it's
pretty neat.
It's funny that you bring that up. I was just looking today because the kids being on fall break are like, we're bored, and I'm like, go outside, and then they come in like a few hours later and they're like, what can we do? Can we play Minecraft? And I'm like, I'm working, so sure. And so I was like, I wonder if there's like educational stuff that they can get with that. So I'll have to look into that. Especially
like the end of summer was hard. Like everyone's like, this has been a hard year for everyone, and a lot of people have had a lot worse than us. So don't mistake what I'm saying here. But like, just we're living in Southern California. It's we still got the pandemic going. It's like 90 degrees outside, and there's smoke.
Yeah.
So it's just been like a hard we went out for a walk. Like I think it was 2 days ago. The air quality was like in like the 170s.
Oh geez.
And it was just like there's like a haze in the sky, and it's just like. So we've been probably playing a little bit more like video game than we normally would, just because we're kind of like locked inside.
Yeah. What can
everyone's just trying to get by. We're all just trying to get by. So we've been watching a few extra movies and playing a little bit more video game than we normally would. But the Minecraft's been great because so you can play on the split screen on your TV, right? Or you can get an iPad. So with the PlayStation controller, you can control your iPad. You can connect it with Bluetooth.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can join your iPad world to the television world. So like you can have your own.
Is that the remote play? Because I'll do the remote play sometimes.
Yeah, so like the kids, instead of us doing like 4 little tiny screens or even 2 screens because we're old, we'll have like one person on the TV and then 3 people on iPads,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
all just playing in the same universe, same world. So it's a nice
Oh,
way to do it
interesting.
with the screens.
Nice.
And it runs. We have old iPads and it runs on them, so it's not
Gotcha.
like we ain't running top of the line tech over here. But I know you're not. I'm sorry, bro. I'm offending you. I'm referencing Apple products. I know that you. I should be saying Android tablets.
Yeah. For us, it would be Android. You could just say tablet. You could just give a general tech.
Well, yeah. And I'll start saying tissue instead of Kleenex. Get out of here. I'm gonna make a copy instead of a Xerox. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Go buy some Apple products.
Yeah.
All right. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll stick with my Kindle. The yeah,
Oh, I'll have
yeah,
to-
it's a Kindle. The Kindle Fire.
You guys, we should pick a time. We get all the kids and we'll all join in the same universe and we'll all play together.
You can do that?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. We have Hanson World, and that's the only place that they go.
No, we can join you in Hanson World.
Oh, just don't break my house. I'm
Oh, I'm gonna
working
break your
hard on my
house.
house.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna tear
Don't
it
break
down.
why would you break my house? I invite you into my world and you break my house?
I'm a griefer, man. That's what I do. No, I'm just kidding.
What's a griefer?
No, I would. Someone that comes into your world and breaks your house.
What? There's people that do that?
There are people that do that.
It's horrible. Wait.
Don't.
Do you have to invite them into your world, or could they just go into your world?
It depends on your settings.
Oh gosh.
So you can control that. So
I think
you have friends, a friend of friends, or you. Can
I
have
think
it
I
open.
set the world. I think I set Hanson World to private.
Probably.
I hope so.
I think that's kind of the default.
I don't want griefers coming in and destroying my house.
No one's coming in.
It's my real house.
No one's
man.
doing it.
It's my real house.
I know you live there, man.
Yeah, I do.
Well, anything
House,
else?
house,
Anything
house.
else you want to add to this little after party here? I feel like we're this has turned into like more of a phone call conversation.
I know. It's all right. No, that's kind of where we're at. We haven't really watched anything. It's kind of been all Zelda for us over here.
Yeah,
So
that's good. It's fun. It's a really fun game. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for the PS5, and I have not pre-ordered one yet, but
I heard they're
I think I'll
hard to
probably
get.
pick one up.
They
They are hard to get. And
There's a
I'm
guy at my
just not
work
good at
that had like multiple devices set up so that he could get them, and he was like, I couldn't get any. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy to wait. Like it's fine. Like I don't
I'm gonna
need
wait.
it, like
I'll
the day it
wait.
comes
I'll
out.
wait 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not happy to wait that long. But
What?
I'm happy to wait till it comes out.
The redesign and the price drop. That's usually when I jump on.
Yeah, that's smart. Like it's a really smart way to do it. It's just I'm not that smart, so I'm gonna jump in.
Well, you'll have to let me know how it is, and you'll have to let me know how HBO Max is. I'm really curious.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know I'll
I'll,
subscribe when the Snyder cut comes out.
just subscribe now, so it doesn't, so people don't
It's like
think you're only
15
subscribing
bucks
to
a
the Snyder
month.
Cut.
It's like $15
No,
a
it was
month.
it was $11.99 for like you could lock in a price when we did it, which is why we did it at the end of
really?
September. I should have told you about that. Sorry,
Mm.
it was or maybe it's just 11 period
Forever, or for like 1 month.
for 6 months, I think, or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll subscribe for a month. Maybe they'll give me a free month or something like that when Snyder comes.
There was a TV show on HBO when I was a kid called Dream On,
Mhm.
and it was like one of the first like I had a lot of unsupervised HBO time as a kid. So I think I saw like my first Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 9. So you're watching America's Most Wanted, and I'm watching Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, like it was whatever. It was on HBO, and whatever. I could just watch it. There was this. It was a kind of an adult sitcom with Brian Benben, and it was pretty great. It was, at least I remember it being great. I haven't seen it in a long time because like there's copyright issues, I think, because it uses like a lot of old clips of
Okay.
TV shows and music and stuff. So like, they came out with like seasons 1 and 2 on DVD, and then like seasons 4 or 3 through 6 just don't exist anywhere. Just don't
Interesting.
exist anywhere. And I was really hoping on HBO Max, I was like, oh, sweet, maybe it's on here, because maybe the show's terrible. Maybe it's like the worst show ever. I just don't know. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But it's not on there, and so that was disappointing. So
I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It's a good cast. All-star cast.
Wonder where it exists, if it exists anywhere.
I don't think if you can look if anyone is still watching this, and I doubt that they are. If you know, if maybe you VHS recorded all of the seasons of Dream On, and you just want to hook it up, I will buy a VHS tape recorder player. What are they called? VCRs, and I will watch those, and then I will send you a big thank you note and some cookies. So it's my did that sell it? Is that good?
There you go. Sold it.
Yes.
All right. Well,
That's good.
I think that may wrap up this
it.
after party, after show. We still haven't figured out a name.
By the way,
after
my
party.
oldest son is like really good at beatboxing.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to send you a tape of that. I don't know. We were talking about after party, and I was getting my groove, and I remembered he was just like sitting on the couch, and he started just like dropping a beat with his. Do that again.
Nice.
I taught him boots and cats a couple years ago, and then he's taken it to a whole nother.
He's evolved from then.
Oh, he's surpassed his father which was a very high bar. I'm an excellent beatboxer. But yeah, your kids still, they surprise you. Like, oh, man, I didn't know you could do that.
Interesting.
Coming soon to a YouTube channel near you.
There you go. All right.
After party.
Well, until next time.
Woo.
I've been Brody Hanson.
And I, Charles.
We'll talk to you later. Adios.